Hello my beautiful bees, and thank you for coming back home to the flower. Today you're here with the Taxidermy Witch, and I am Jen. I'm called the Taxidermy Witch because I work with taxidermy, spirits of animals, bones, feathers, things like this. So today I'm here to show you 10 ways that you can cleanse your home, your space, the area, that are all very inexpensive except for one. So first thing I want to show you is something very simple, and it is some moon blessed water. This is full moon blessed water, so I believe that that's even more potent because I feel like the moon says a special prayer of its own and blesses this water on its fullest time. You could also make new moon water if that's a special time for you. Anything that feels near and dear to your heart and your craft, because this most important thing is we're making this our own, right? So in order to use this water, and I thrift, I actually write the dates, full moon of April and May on there. I thrift my bottles, or I find them at yard sales, things like that, whatever I'm drawn to and I have good energy with. So basically, if you want to use this to bless or cleanse your space before ritual or even before a little candle magic, you can just take a little bit, hold your intention into it, bless this space as long as that takes, and you'll know when it's done. And you can just sprinkle it all over your altar, okay? You can sprinkle it all over yourself. You can dab it. I like to dab mine on my third eye, my chakras, etc. Okay, so make sure we cap that. And I always like to keep my full moon blessed water out of any form of sunlight if I can. So I keep mine in the dark closet, or I cover it up with a towel, something that light can't penetrate. Even to me, this light can penetrate a bit. So I try to tend to keep these clear bottles covered up, but the clear bottles are pertinent because the full moon light can come into them. Now it's important to remember on full moon blessed things of any kind that the moon doesn't have to be shining on it directly. Remember, when you get a sunburn, you can get that in the overcast just as well, can't you? So those rays do not discriminate, whether they be moon rays or sun rays. Alright. The next water that you can gather for absolute free, it just takes intent, time, and dedication, is rainwater. And in my rainwater I have an amethyst crystal, just to keep it like super pure and super cleansed, because it is the summer here and it does not rain often, and it took me quite some time to even gather this. So this is the freshest rainwater I have, and you can open that and use it in the same manner. I would do a wash on your crystal and a cleansing in between. You can cleanse those in the full moonlight and recharge them. So you want to recharge that in between each rainwater if you can. If you don't have full moonlight, amethyst can be charged in the freezer, you guys. Great way to charge them, and you can do it right now if you feel like your crystal energies are dull. So rainwater with a little crystal, another great way. Okay. Back to things that the full moon can bless, or just the moon in general. You can put them through a window, and I suggest you keep everything in glass because glass resonates on such a higher frequency, and plastic kind of kills things. If I have to ship things, I ship them in paper because it just doesn't kill that positive resonation of something. So this is my full moon blessed sea salt. You can use any kind of salt. You can use the cheapest salt that you can find. You can find the most expensive salt, whatever you like. Now I will tell you that it probably doesn't matter. The salt has the same properties, so whatever you want to use in your craft and what you're drawn to. So using salt to bless something, you can literally like pour a line out. Using a bottle like this, it's quite easy because the tip is so small. You could literally just pour a line out somewhere where you can see it. Come on. Pour a line out in a room, and anything inside of that line of salt is going to be blessed, cleansed, purified, and safe from any negative energies. That took quite some time. I guess we should watch out for humidity and things like that. Anyway, a line just this, you know, it doesn't have to be super thick, guys, but just a line of salt, and kind of put your attention over it. That's what I do. You do not have to. So full moon blessed salt. If you don't have full moon blessed salt, just salt. Salt works just as well, guys. I just happen to have loads and loads. I put everything, all my herbs, everything out into the full moon. Every full moon. I feel it just recharges them, makes them even stronger, blesses them over and over. It's amazing. Okay, next way. Next way. In relation to the salt, you can do the same kind of thing with Florida water. There are also some different kind of waters used in hoodoo, and I can't remember the names right now because I don't have them. I have never used them yet, because I find just what I need with Florida water. Now, I can't tell you that I love, love, love the smell. To me, it kind of smells like my granddad, or the collection of cologne my grandmother had of my granddad's, and it was like Avon bottles from the 50s. So one day as a kid, I opened them up and smelled them, and I was like, oh my god, the smell! And it didn't leave the room. Okay, the smell leaves the room, but the smell is the same to me. And the ingredients are long, and there's loads of stuff in there, and you can actually make your own Florida water, which you should look into because it smells better. But this is cheap, easy, you can get it anywhere. Any metaphysical shop, and any kind of like online place where you would shop. I don't like to say the A word there. So anyway, the next thing after Florida water that you could use, oh, and this is great, add it into your mop water, mop your house with it, cleanse your whole house with it. It's such a beautiful thing. Or you can just take it and rub it onto the next thing, which I'm going to talk about you can cleanse with, which is just a plain white 3-day candle, okay? Or 7-day, 3-day, whatever you can find. At my grocery store, these say they burn for 3 to 5 days. They burn for 3 days. So basically, you might just put a teeny bit, like this is alcohol based, guys, and then you're going to put it with fire. So a teeny bit, rub it with your intention, okay? Take off any stickers that may be there, and if they don't remove, that's okay. You can just kind of write your intent over it. So take off any stickers that may be there. Rub your intent on them that you want. A white candle covers all intentions that you may need. We'll get into color magic on a different video and what each color candle can mean when you can burn it for candle magic. But if you have a white candle, you can make it be any sort of spell. So we're just going to ask for purification of this space. Really hold that. I like to use my breath to blow intention. It also tries the alcohol a little bit. Whatever works for you guys. Make this your own. That's like the most important. Back to the candle then. When it dries, I get a big thick Sharpie, and right on the outside I write my intention, you know, purify this home. This home is now purified. When we're talking about spirits and spirit guides, guys, they don't understand when you say, I wish I had this. You have to say it like it's already done. This home is purified. Not, this home will be purified. Because our guides don't understand talk like that, do they? Or alchemy in general doesn't understand that kind of word structure. It could get muddled. So, if you state it like it is present tense, and I guess this draws to law of attraction, this home is purified. So mote it be. And as that candle burns down, man, your words are just in that spell, in that spell, in that spell, purifying that house. Or in that candle magic, whatever you want to call it, guys. A spell is, to me, just intention with your energy and very good focus, right? Using tools if you wish, but you don't need the tools. The tools are just things that will aid in your magic. You can do magic, don't forget, just with intention alone. Okay, one thing I learned recently is if you are going to light a candle, especially a candle for a spell, you do not want to light it with what I usually light my candles with. You don't want to light it with one of these because of, or even one of these, because I just learned recently that a butane lighter will suck the energy out of what all you've done. So, let's light my candle here with a match, because this is done. I'm done talking about that. I want to light this candle with a match because I'm going to use it for my next tool that I want to show you on how to cleanse. Okay. The next thing I want to show you how to do to cleanse a space is sage and Palo Santo. Yes, that's how you say it, Palo Santo. White sage, such a good one. It smells good, smells like incense a bit, but in general, something you can grow in your garden, which we do a lot of here. My husband is a gardener, so we've got that going. And then the Palo Santo is comes maybe from India, something like that. I'm not quite sure. If you know, let me know in the comments below, please. So I'm going to light these from the candle. And one thing to know when you're starting your own craft is start your meditations. If symbols come to you in your head while you're meditating, that could be your personal symbol. That's the way that mine came to me, and I will show you mine if I can. I use it when I cleanse. It looks like a hashtag, but it's more like a T, okay? And it would look just like super drawn on, like if it was just like an Asian painting, you know. It's not supposed to look like square. But when I cleanse a space, I'll come around to every part of the room and I'll do my symbol. When I apply oil onto my body, my chakra zones and things like that, same way. Out of the shower. You know, these will keep going as long as you keep blowing on them, so you can, as long as you keep moving them, go throughout your house, things like that. Not everyone likes the smell of smoke. A lot of the people in my house don't like the smell of smoke. So I do those things when they leave, and the benefits are still just there lingering, right? A good way to keep these is in a nice, beautiful abalone shell. If you can see that. Beautiful. Lots of lovely life in there, good energy all around. I just love the beauty that is the abalone shell. And a little baby abalone that's not fully formed, little known, called tokobushi. And when I ate meat, that was one of my very favorite things to eat in a Japanese restaurant, was a tokobushi, a teeny tiny abalone. Amazing taste if you are into that. Next way is not so inexpensive, and I've done a video on this on how to burn it. Go back to my previous video. Frankincense in the resin form. I suppose you could burn in the incense form, I don't know so much. This one is just to me what feels purifying to my space, but only when I burn it in the resin form. It feels purifying to my body when I apply it in the oil form, but not when I burn it in the incense form. So it, again guys, it's up to you. How do you feel about it? But this is just for me. That one, so near and dear to my heart, couldn't live without frankincense resin in my life. The next one is rosemary. Rosemary that we just clipped from the garden. Oh my gosh, it smells Fantastic. Look how pretty it is. This is beautiful. So pretty. Okay, so if you don't have it in this form, then which you can get at the grocery store live, guys. That's a cool thing to keep in your room. Being surrounded by plants, cats. I don't know so much about dogs because I've not had dogs, but I mean, I hear people have dogs as familiars. But plants as familiars, when you're working around them, they absorb your energy. They give you energy of alchemy that I can't explain. Yeah, wow. Gives me chills thinking about it. But the other way, if you don't have it in the plant form, which you can cleanse yourself by putting this into your drinks, into your water with a little lemon if you want lemon, but it doesn't need it. You could cleanse it by putting it into your bath, into your shower. Literally taking it out of the garden and beating yourself with it after a shower. That's what a lot of witches do with mugwort. That's what I do with mugwort. You take a big branch, you cut it fresh from the garden, you go take your shower, you get out of your shower. You beat yourself with the mugwort, you know, as often as you need to. Once a week, every day, once a month, once ever. However often you feel like you need to do it. But mugwort and rosemary, I don't know, they smell divine. Rosemary obviously has a more popular, well-known smell, but to me mugwort smells amazing, and I know that you can burn it as I burn it dry. It's amazing. I don't have any here right with me. I should have. I think the last thing it looks like is probably the cheapest thing. Let me think. Yeah, probably the cheapest thing altogether. You could just burn a simple coal disc with absolutely nothing on it. Burning a coal disc itself is completely cleansing for your home, guys. You can put it on your coal disc burner. If you don't have a special coal disc burner like I had in my previous video where we burned frankincense, myrrh, and dragon's blood, then you can just simply get a bowl from your kitchen, and you want to get it and fill it with salt, moon blessed salt if you have it, and then put that coal disc right in there, and the salt will protect the dish, if you have enough of it, from the heat of the coal disc. If you have resin, frankincense resin, that's when you'd want to pop that on there. After that disc became white, when you light it, it sparks up. You wait 10 to 20 minutes depending on who you're listening to or what you do yourself. And then you just let it burn in your home, you know? Take it around like you're taking your sage and Palo Santo. Just take that coal disc around. I haul mine around in my cauldron through the house because it has an easy carrying handle. And luckily the people in my home love me and know that I'm not crazy and I'm a good witch. So, alright guys, let me think. Anything else? Yeah, so let's go over them again. Coal disc, white sage, Palo Santo, frankincense, rosemary in both forms, full moon blessed sand, or any kind of sand, or any kind of moon sand, Florida water, and last but not least, a plain white candle with your intention written on it of this home is cleansed. Okay guys, it's been great making this video for you. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you use some of these methods, and if you have more, please let me know what they are below, because I would love to know more methods. Wouldn't everybody? Okay, my beautiful bees, thank you for coming home to me now, and fly away and come back again very, very soon. I'm making more and more videos every day. Blessed be.